What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, in a funny moment, we had undefeated three-division world champion who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at 135 and 140. Superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, 27 wins, no loss and no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5", with a 67-inch arm reach. Gervonta Tank Davis and his last opponent, his rival foe, in lightweight title contender, star boxer Rolando Romero, who they fought May 28th of this year, which saw Gervonta Tank Davis brutally knocked out Rolando Romero, who is now 14 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Rolando Romero, he was on his social media, on his Instagram Live, and he was talking about his next fight and his plans. And Gervonta Tank Davis, he entered on Rolando Romero's social media, and he asked Rolly, how is your jaw feeling, right? Because obviously they had a lot of buildup. They broke a record for the live gate at the Barclays Center. They did a $5 million gate, okay, which is the biggest gate for any boxing event at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And so Gervonta Tank Davis, Rolly, they had a lot of attention, a lot of momentum for that fight. It was a huge fight, and many people didn't think that Rolly Romero was deserving of the fight because he hadn't fought for a world title, nor obviously has he ever won a world title. This was a huge step up for Rolly Romero in his career, seeing as though he's never fought that level of opposition, right? He had a couple of fights that was questionable wins for Rolly. So it was a huge step up, and Rolly's style, is not that pleasing to the hardcore traditional boxing fan. He has a very, very unorthodox style and very unorthodox skill set. And you can tell he has a martial arts background, and his approach is that of a martial artist, right? And so because of that, Gervonta Tank Davis is a southpaw, very, very high ring IQ. Gervonta Tank Davis don't get enough credit for his ring IQ, right? It gets overlooked, and because of that, because it gets overlooked, everybody gets enamored with his power, and people don't understand how he sets up his knockouts. And I think that Rolando Romero, who was calling for this fight, right? Rolly was calling for this fight. I don't think that he anticipated Gervonta Tank Davis' ring IQ, his smarts, his ability to make adjustments. From the very beginning, Rolly has a lot of power. Rolly is big and he's strong, and he's aggressive, right? And he's very, very confident. And so he looked at his entire thing was how much bigger he is than Gervonta Tank Davis and how much power that he has. I think he underestimated the ability of Gervonta Tank Davis to make adjustments and ability to box, right? Because he has all knockouts. And then Rolly looked at Gervonta Tank Davis's fight with Mexican lightweight superstar title contender in Isaac Pitbull Cruz. So Isaac Cruz is 5'3" with a 63-inch arm reach, and his style, the aggression, his pressure made it look like Gervonta Tank Davis was uncomfortable. Gervonta Tank Davis, he actually hurt his hand in the 6th round of that fight, and Gervonta Tank Davis, won boxing, right? But he was on the back foot. He was unilateral movement. He was boxing, and that made Isaac Cruz a lot of momentum. That garnered a lot of momentum for Isaac Cruz, and a lot of popularity. There was even people that thought Isaac Cruz actually won the fight, which I personally didn't think. Isaac Cruz came close to winning that fight. I had it 9 rounds to 3, maybe even 10 rounds to 2. I thought Gervonta Tank Davis clearly won that fight. But many people felt like Gervonta Tank Davis was being exposed in the fight with Isaac Cruz, and I was trying to explain to people that that was one of Gervonta Tank Davis' best performance. He showed the ability to make adjustments. He showed the ability to box on the back foot lateral, mixing it up, right? He's a southpaw with power, but in 27 fights, he has 25 knockouts. But in that fight with Isaac Cruz, he went into that fight with knocking out every opponent except one, right? So he didn't get the knockout, and many people were saying that, well, Gervonta Tank Davis was exposed, and if Isaac Cruz, who is 24 years of age, 5'3" with a 63-inch arm reach, if he was bigger and had more power, then he could have possibly won against Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think that Rolly Romero, who is very confident, I believe he believed that he looked at that fight, because he started to tell the world that, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis never fought a natural lightweight. He's always fighting blown up guys. Isaac Cruz, 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Leo Santa Cruz. So he's fighting guys that are smaller than him, that are coming up in weight. He's never fought a full-fledged welterweight, lightweight that should be a junior welterweight, right? And so I think that was the mistake that Rolly Romero made going into that fight. And people was giving Rolly rounds. Now, I think that Gervonta Tank Davis was purposely fighting on the back foot to use Rolly Romero's aggression against him. And ultimately, that's what he did. That's how he knocked him out. He let Rolly come forward, use his momentum. He used it against him. He slipped the punch with a left hook and knocked Rolly out, right? Gervonta Tank Davis' ring IQ, like I said, gets drastically overlooked, okay? Even in his knockout with Leo Santa Cruz, everybody talk about Gervonta Tank Davis just being a naturally bigger guy, but nobody pays attention to how he knocked out Leo Santa Cruz, who's a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. Gervonta Tank Davis set Leo Santa Cruz up for that knockout, okay? It wasn't just Leo Santa Cruz is a wiry frame. Leo Santa Cruz is 5'7.5", with a 69, 70-inch arm reach. So he's actually taller and more wiry frame than Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is more solid. He's shorter and more solid. And in between fights, Gervonta Tank Davis has blown up in weight. And so because of that, you know, people feel like Gervonta Tank Davis is a naturally bigger guy than Leo Santa Cruz, but that's not entirely true. Making weight is a skill, and Leo Santa Cruz understands how to make weight, and that's a skill. So with that said, okay, Gervonta Tank Davis, he used Leo Santa Cruz aggression against him. He landed a right hand, a clean right hand, beautiful clean right hand. The next one, Tank Davis allowed him, and right before that, Tank Davis was telling his corner to calm down, because Leo Santa Cruz is winning rounds as well. Tank Davis told his corner, calm down, I got him. I finally got him. I figured him out. And in the next round, he knocked him out. He let Leo Santa Cruz land a clean. He went to land another one. It grazed him. And the last one, the third one, he knew was fool's gold. He was setting him up. And as soon as Leo Santa Cruz threw it again, the right hand, Gervonta Tank Davis, he slipped the right hand and he came up with a beautiful uppercut and knocked out Leo Santa Cruz, right? So it's his ability to set up punches just like he did with Rolly Romero. So Rolly had a lot to say that Tank Davis was avoiding him. Tank Davis was ducking him. Tank Davis was going to get knocked out. It even turned into street talk. So it's safe to say there's no love lost amongst the two of them. So it's epic that Gervonta Tank Davis goes on Rolly's social media and asks Rolly, you know, how is Rolly's chin doing, right? How's your chin doing, right? Tank Davis don't miss a beat. Rolly don't miss a beat. Rolly is a great promoter. I think Rolly can get much better, right? I think Rolly, yes, he's 27 years of age, but I definitely feel like Rolly Romero has room to grow. I'm not knocking his trainer, okay? But I do think that he need a trainer to help. And some fighters you don't need to make adjustments, right? Because it hurts their style and their skill. But I think that if he had a trainer that can teach him the fundamentals, Rolly has power, he has confidence, he's athletic, he's strong, he's big. If somebody just teach him better fundamentals, cleaner punches, more accurate punches, Rolly Romero could be a force in the sport of boxing. I'm not knocking his trainer once again. I just think that what his trainer teaches him and how his trainer teaches him, it works for them. But when he faces off against the upper echelon of boxers that can actually box and make adjustments, that's going to be a problem for Rolly, right? Like he had when he struggled in the fight where everybody thought that he actually lost the fight because he was up against a boxer, you know, that was able to avoid his power, right? When you are able to avoid Rolly power, right? You know, you box the puncher and you bang the boxer, right? So when you are able to, when he fought Jackson Mariñez, right? Everybody thought he won a unanimous decision, but everybody thought it was a gift decision. and everybody thought that Jackson Marinez actually won the fight, you know, but Jackson Marinez was boxing Rolly Romero, and that's the issue for him. So if he have somebody that can help him add the fundamentals to his game, Rolly Romero could be a force. But I just thought this was epic that Gervonta Tank Davis goes on his social media and tells him, how is your jaw feeling now? There's no love lost. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.